Hey everybody, I'm Dark Quarter, and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Now, let's see. Last time we met the doctor, and sorry, not a doctor, a nurse, and let's see, met one of our roommates. Well, yeah, next door. Well, neighbor. Roommate means that you're basically staying in the same room, but you're more of a neighbor because he's in a different room entirely. And went to sleep, was bored because I didn't have any books. So basically, it was kind of a depressing night. First night spent here. So, and as a side note, I kind of got a little bit of feedback on some of the previous episodes I made of this. And it was basically, try to do the voices a little better. Try to get used to doing higher pitched, like girl type voices and such. And I guess I'll try that. Still kind of new at trying to narrate a game. I'm still not really used to the whole kind of YouTube thing, I guess. Trying to be entertaining. Kind of difficult. But anyway, let's try to get into it, shall we? I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that, indeed, it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school, except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday, Misha's constant laughter and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. That might be a good idea. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. Now, this is another thing I was kind of talked about, that I shouldn't say the dots or ellipses, because it's like silence kind of thing. But my thing is, this character really doesn't have a voice. I mean, she only does sign language. So there has to be some way to, say when she's saying something to me or trying to talk or something. So I think I'm just going to do the whole ... thing that I was doing before. I guess what I'm going to try to do is, if I can try to match it up to like her facial expressions or something, try to match the way I say it with her mood, and maybe that'll work. I guess let me know if I should do something else. I don't know. But at any rate, I'm gonna do my best. So, here I go. ... She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfect and evenly flat. Yeah, she looks a little, frustrated, because she can't actually talk to me because I don't know sign language. Dot dot dot. Ahaha. To the exclamation point. Sorry, Shi-chan. Is that something you want from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, E-chan. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. Dot dot dot. Oh, that's right. Everyone's encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events, like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. Wahaha! To the exclamation point. I don't know, He-chan. The truth is, it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so... She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Dot dot dot. Huh? Oh. Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Dot dot dot. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Dot dot dot. Now it's about delicious fried food and amazing little games that you play to win prizes. Ha 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 ha. The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though, brushing it off without a care. I don't know. Kinda looks a little frowny there. Dot dot dot. We are in the middle of a class and should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right. Shi-chan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in a group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl, go, "Is she a ghost?" Why doesn't he say anything? He-chan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me looking after the girl he left? No, nothing. Dot dot dot. Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. I don't know who's speaking. There's no name. No, really? Oh, that must have been my thoughts or something. But it looked like it was in quotation marks. Was I wrong? Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. Dot dot dot. Yay. Wah ha 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 ha. Okay, He-chan. Perfect. Yeah, maybe it's just me, but that seems a little suspicious. No idea what they're up to. The rest of class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. It might be to Shizune. She is the class rep after all and probably has the highest GPA. Something like that. ... Yes, it is, He-chan. Impossible. Really? Really. I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. And she doesn't look very happy either. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really... Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. She seems happy about that, apparently. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me, as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. ... Are you sure, He-chan? Very sure. ... Haha, you're wrong, He-chan. Because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Wah ha 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 ha. That's a weird laugh. Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. Oh, was that Shizune talking? Probably. No. I don't know. One of them was talking. It's very confusing when one of them is the interpreter for the other one, and the other one doesn't speak at all. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. And here they come, double-teaming me. ... Where do you want to eat? Cafeteria? Haha, that's so plain. Okay, let's go. That's plain, and yet you don't mind going there. Alright, well, I don't know any other choices, so how am I supposed to pick anything except the cafeteria? Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I liked to eat outside, near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until later. I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finished eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, He-chan, you want to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right? ... Right, He-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she is about to deliver a speech. He-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As late, I usually just read a lot. There is a book club, right, He-chan? Right. But it seems like they all have the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, He-chan, it's a real popular club. ... Ah, okay. But more to the point, He-chan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Oh, really? ... Good, great. That's great, He-chan. Really great. Ha ha ha. Wah ha 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 ha. Why is it so great? No reason. Well, He-chan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council. I see. I didn't know the school had a student council. It was a very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha is laughing. Yeah, she does look embarrassed. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has the voice, whatever she says. ... Ha 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 ha. Right. He-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we could hang out every day, He-chan. She-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, She-chan is the president. Well, it kind of makes sense. She's the class rep, and it would make sense for her to be part of the student council, and I guess the head of the student council. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. Oh, really? As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. ... Of course, we're not trying to get you joined just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council, and therefore having an incentive to try and get you to... So you're admitting that... No. We admit nothing. I mean, He-chan, of course, it would be nice if you joined and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one's school. Yep, it's true, He-chan. Besides, you don't want to spend time with us after school, He-chan. I delivered that entirely poorly. My apologies. I can't tell if she is being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look at their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Well... ... So it's settled then. Welcome to Student Council, He-chan. What? No. Aw, see, She-chan? Of course it wouldn't go so easily. ... Yep, that's right, though. It would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well. She-chan knows my candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. ... Wahaha! That's interesting, He-chan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, He-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Oh, why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? A little bit of Misha crept up in there. ... Yep. Yeah, that is my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I will have to decline. ... Hey, Chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us and that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry. It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. ... In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No. How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot it past goalposts that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, He-chan. ... And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, She-chan. Wahaha! That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means that you're probably surprisingly good at it. Ah, yeah, that's true. How'd you know, Hee-chan? Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. You know, I've actually been recording this for quite a while, and I know this is actually kind of getting exciting here, but I've got to stop for now. So hopefully you guys will join me next time for Katawa Shoujo. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.